Hi everyone, I am Teacher Michelle and welcome to another episode of Unang Math. In this episode, I will be discussing this lesson about the properties of a parallelogram. Okay, when we say parallelogram, this is a quadrilateral in which both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, this side is opposite to this side and these are parallel. This side is opposite to this side, and these are also parallel. So both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Okay, now, there are important properties of a parallelogram that you need to understand and remember. First, both pairs of opposite sides are equal in length. So we are referring to these pairs of opposite sides. So according to this one, this side and this side are equal in length. This one and this one are equal in length. Okay, let me explain why these pairs of opposite sides are equal in length. If we are going to draw a diagonal line from this vertex to this vertex, then we have here two triangles. So we have triangle ABC. Okay, and triangle CDA. Triangle CDA. If, let's say, this is angle X, then this angle is also angle X. Why? Same measure. Because these two angles are alternate interior angles. They are equal in measure. So if this is angle Y, then this is also angle Y. Okay, same reason. These two angles are alternate interior angles. So they are equal in measure. Okay, this angle corresponds to this angle. They are equal in measure. So we have here angle. What about this side? These are, or they share the these two triangles share this common side. This angle corresponds to this angle and they are equal in measure. So we have here ASA congruence. So it means triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. If two triangles are congruent, then corresponding sides and corresponding angles are equal in length or in measure. So this segment AD corresponds to segment CB. That's why they are equal in length. Segment AB corresponds to segment CD, so they are also equal in length. Okay, what about the second property? According to this one, both pairs of opposite angles are equal in measure. Okay, so this angle and this angle are opposite angles, so they are equal in measure. This angle is opposite to this angle. These are also equal in measure. Okay, we all know that the four angles of a parallelogram is equal to 360 degrees. So let's say this is angle X. This is angle Y. So meaning this is also angle X. And this is also angle Y because these are opposite angles. And they're equal in measure. So if you're going to add the measure of these two angles, X and Y, that would be equal to 180 degrees. Or these two angles, Y and X, that would be equal to 180 degrees. Okay, what about the third property? According to this one, the two diagonals bisect each other. So from the word bisect each other, so it cuts the side or it cuts the figure into equal measure or into an equal figure. Okay, first let's draw the two diagonals. So this is the first diagonal and we have this second diagonal. So let's say this is point O. When we draw these two diagonals, then we have here two pairs of opposite triangles. And these pairs of opposite triangles are congruent. Take note, this angle is equal to this angle, this is equal to this angle. So this triangle is opposite to this triangle, and these are congruent. This triangle AOB is opposite to triangle DOC, and these are also congruent. So if opposite triangles are congruent, then that means opposite sides are also equal. So this segment AO is equal to segment CO. Segment BO is equal to segment DO. So they are equal in length. Okay, let's give one example by answering this concept check question. The following is the process of proving that segment AB, okay, this segment is equal to segment DC, and segment AD is equal to segment BC. When this is a parallelogram, when ABCD is a parallelogram. So we will fill in the box with the appropriate statements. Okay, according to this one, in triangle ABC, or this triangle, and triangle CDA, blank is equal to angle CAD. Okay, let's find where's angle CAD. CAD, so meaning this angle. Okay, there are words here that says alternate interior angle. So this angle CAD is equal to angle this one. So CAD, so it means this angle now is angle ACB. So this is angle AC. Okay, ACB. ACB. So angle ACB is equal to angle CAD. It's because these two angles are alternate interior angle. Okay, blank is common. Common is this segment AC. Okay, angle BAC is equal to blank angle. So BAC, let's find BAC this time. BAC, so meaning this angle. So these are equal. Okay, what about this? BAC, this is equal to this angle. So BAC is equal now to DCA. So this is angle DCA. So angle DCA. And these two angles are also alternate interior angles. That's why they are equal in measure. Okay, therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. Okay, what's the reason? Okay, let's go into check. ABC, or this triangle, is equal to CDA. Okay, if you're going to check here, this angle corresponds to this angle. This is a common side, and this corresponds to this angle. So it's because of ASA congruence. Okay, hence, segment AB is now equal, or is equal to segment BC, and AD is equal to segment BC. Okay, this time, let's answer this simple question. In the parallelogram ABCD shown below, what are the measure of angle X and angle Y? So this is our parallelogram ABCD. So we're looking for the measure of this angle and this angle. So this is angle X, this is angle Y. Okay, so these red lines here are what we call the diagonals, the two diagonals of this parallelogram. Okay, according to this one, this is 70 degrees. So it means this is also 70 degrees. Okay, if this is 65 degrees, then angle X is also 65 degrees. It's because these two angles are alternate interior angles. So we have here angle X is 65 degrees. Okay, if this is 65 degrees, then now we have to find this angle Y. Okay, take note, this angle must be equal to 180 degrees. So we have here 70 plus 65 plus y, that must be equal to 180 degrees. So 70 plus 65, then this is now equal to 135 degrees plus y is 180 degrees. So y then is 180 minus 135, and that would be equal to, okay, we have here 45. So angle y is 45 degrees. Angle y is 45 degrees. Okay, what about this last question or problem? In the parallelogram ABCD below, let E, where is point E, or this point, be the point where the bisector of angle A intersects segment BC. Okay, if angle C, or this angle, is equal to 140 degrees, then what is the measure of angle X? So we are looking for this angle. So we have to find the measure of this angle. So this is a parallelogram. This angle C is 140 degrees. Opposite angles are equal in measure. So it means this whole angle is also 140 degrees. Okay, it's indicated that this angle is equal to this angle. So that means this is 70 degrees and this is also 70 degrees. Okay, now this is 140 plus 140, then that's going to be equal to 280 degrees. So if we are going to subtract 360 minus 280. So this is 16. So 8. This is 2. So we have 80 degrees left. So that means this is 40 degrees. This is also 40 degrees because these are opposite angles and these are equal in measure. So to find this angle X, this is actually an exterior angle for this triangle ABE. So this is an exterior angle for this triangle ABE. Okay, and to find the measure of an exterior angle, we have to get the sum of the two non-adjacent angles. So it means 70 plus 40. So we have 70 plus 40, then that means angle X is 110 degrees. So angle X then is 110 degrees.